All right, well, I am up. So what I'm going to demo today is over the last week or so, I have been working on getting Google integration work done. Primarily at this point, I have been focused on the actual application that we have to register with Google that actually performs the sync operations between Google Drive, Google Docs, and Storytale. So my demo won't be nearly as exciting as Andy's or other folks who have a UI, but I'm going to just run an integration test and just show you that we're at a point where we can sync Google Drive and actually create an asset in Storytale. So here, I'm obviously running it locally. I haven't merged anything yet. So this is a place where I've previously did this a minute ago. So one of the requirements for having an integration is you need to establish a root collection. I'm going to delete this one that I did previously, and that's neat.
That seems like a bug.
Yeah. Look at that in a minute. There we go. All right, so create another one. Collection and the integration test itself. Does the same thing that the UI will do in terms of setting up the integrations, etc. Let's see here. 1 second, it will fire off. Hopefully. There we go. And there we go. Things are syncing over. So at the moment, there's a bug preventing the files from actually being processed, but we're working on that. And there's a handful of other things that we have to get done before we can make this real, mainly around integrating into the UI. There's some work on the collection side we have to do. But we're closer to this being real. And so for me, this is really exciting because when I think about Storytell, I think as a company, we're going to be perceived with the most value when people don't have to be logged in to get value. And these sort of integrations are what we're going to do with are going to help us achieve that by having things like dynamic prompts, etc., get rerun because someone uploaded a new document on the G drive as an example. So for me, I'm pretty fired up about getting the ship. So hopefully next Friday, Andy can show it off on the UI.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
Anybody have any questions? All right. Super cool.
I have a kind of engineering question. Will we be able to use the same thing to have ingested websites maybe that pull in and crawl pages and do the same thing?
So it'd be the same framework, every integration is different, right? So there'll be some CRUD you'll have to set up, but yeah. So it now has an officially batteries included framework for the execution of these types of things.
Exciting.
Shelby, I do have one question. So I love what you wrote about this and what you said. That was all really clear. And when you took us on the journey of the integration, like I didn't 100% follow what was happening.
Yep. Yeah, it's because I'm doing it from a command line and there's not a pretty UI, so it's really hard to show. So in order to establish an integration, there has to be a couple of things that happen, which isn't obvious when I run this thing. Number one, I've previously performed an OAuth mechanism to obtain a token that we're storing. So user clicked a button and it pops up an OAuth screen and says, hey, are you going to let Storytell actually read the contents of this thing? Say yes. So I get that token. And then the other part is there isn't a requirement on the integration to provide a specific root collection on our side, and we'll sync and basically mirror the contents of Google Drive into that. So
Interesting.